I think that people struggle to be in uncertainty. I think it's inherently uncomfortable for humans. And I think that previously we could outsource this sense of uncertainty because if we feel uncertainty, there is something solid that we can wrap ourselves around, and that's religion. And now, what is there to hold on to? You got to make your own meaning. You got to find your own purpose. Religion's out the window, man.
Well, what happened was religion was replaced by a new religion called science. Science is a religion. And I'm not saying that it's just a religion or that religion is bad, but it's a religion. It rests on metaphysical principles that are taken for granted, such as everything that is real can be quantified and measured, such as variables can be controlled, such as experiments are in theory repeatable, that they don't depend on the attitude of the experimenter and the place and time where he is, that there's an objective world outside of ourselves. Like these are a few of the metaphysical assumptions of science. And then you have a priesthood that speaks in their own special language. You have true believers. You have heretics who get excommunicated when they lose their funding. You have a long training ordeal called graduate school to initiate you into the priesthood. You have a system for indoctrinating the youth. I mean, the whole thing, it tells you how the world began, like a religion does. It tells you the nature of a human being. The whole thing is a religion. And it has provided that certainty that you were talking about for a long time, but now it is breaking down. It's breaking down because the paradise that it promised has not come to pass. Like this is 2021, man. Like you're a little younger than me, but when I was a kid, even the year 2000 was like this impossibly futuristic paradise. 2021, I mean, we were supposed to be like, gods by now. But instead, life has gotten worse. People are, for example, less healthy than they were 50 years ago. Life expectancy is plateauing and starting to decline in the UK and the United States.
Is that really true?
Yeah. Yeah, life expectancy rose in the first half of the 20th century. It rose by 26 years in the US. In the second half of the 20th century, it rose by maybe 6 years. And now it's plateaued, and even before COVID, it was starting to decline. So, and we didn't, like another promise was we were going to engineer all poverty and crime out of existence. Political science was going to give us a perfect government. I mean, it didn't happen. So we're losing faith in science, and people are having experiences that don't fit into science, that science says are impossible.
So this is even more uncertainty.
Yeah. So basically, we are facing a religious crisis right now, just like the one that the West faced, 300 years ago, in the transition from Christianity to science. We're facing another one right now. It's profoundly disorienting.